Hey YouTube, RicoKnows here. Going to talk to you guys about my hidden gems for next season. You know the deal. I'm identifying one hidden gem on every single team in the FBS. Okay, so for this particular video, I'm talking about Jaylen Husky. But if you want to see all the other hidden gems on the other teams, go to the homepage on YouTube. Go to the homepage, click on playlists, find the hidden gems playlist, and you'll see all the other hidden gems I have in college football. So here we are in Maryland. Like I said, Jaylen Husky, defensive back. And slowly but surely, you know, in about the last 5 years, Maryland has slowly become DBU, if you will. Now, I know there's other DBUs out there, and I actually keep stats on that. Somewhere on one of my databases on my desktop, I posted it on Twitter, and I showed everybody who was DBU for real. But when I think about Maryland, and their secondary, we're talking about Tarheeb Still, Deontay Banks, who was the other kid who just got drafted last year? Jacorian Bennett, right? Going all the way back to Savage, 2019. There's two other guys I'm missing. And I want to pull them up. I want to pull it up, and I want to get to them. But I don't want to waste time. Shout out to Nick Cross. I know that's one of them. The other one will come to me. But let's talk about Jaylen Husky. This is a young man who coming out of high school, played at Quincy Orchard High School, right outside of Gaithersburg. I have a daughter who lives in Frederick, which is where he says he's from, Frederick, Maryland. It says hometown. Maybe that's where he was born or whatever. And the other guy's Antoine Brooks. I just remember that. So that's 6 guys getting drafted out of Maryland in the last 5 years or so. But Antoine Brooks, yeah. Nick Cross, yep. There we go. All right, but Jaylen Husky. Playing at a great school. I remember the first time I ever saw Orchard playing, it was when I went to go see Marquez Cooper. I actually was going to go to a good council game. I was looking for headlights, or looking for the lights, you know, like stadium lights. It was a Friday night. I was driving around looking for stadium lights, and I thought good council was playing. Shout out to Maryland. I wanted to go see a good team, and they weren't. So I looked off into the distance. I was driving around. I end up seeing this school. And I go watch Marquez Cooper. Quez Cooper ends up, he went to Kent State, rushed for 1,200 yards back-to-back seasons, and now he's at San Diego State. Was just at Ball State last year. Anyways, amazing little running back. Reminded me of like a little Barry Sanders. True story. But Jaylen Husky went to the same high school, led his team to the state championship back in 2021. You see it down there, 14-0. And then coming out of high school, he goes to the MAC. He goes to Bowling Green. So last year, he becomes a full-time starter. And if you watch the MAC, and if you're an MVP, you know the deal. Shout out to my MVPs. If you're a member on Patreon or YouTube, if you're a member of my Patreon or YouTube and you're an MVP, you know we bet on these games. Meaning we really know the rosters. It's me. I study the hell out of these rosters, and I make sure I give accurate information to gamblers. And at some point during the season, I said number 22 is a shutdown corner. Number 22 is going to shut down whoever he's covering. They even had a game. Bowling Green played against Michigan. That's right, the national champs at Michigan. And they went out there, and I want to say they had 3 interceptions against Michigan. And it wasn't when the scrubs came in. Let's go back. Let's go down here. I don't know how to, well, I can do this. Bowling Green loses to Michigan 31-6. J.J. McCarthy throws 3 interceptions. 8 for 13, 3 interceptions. Good luck to whoever drafted that dude. You couldn't throw on Jaylen Husky and the boys. You couldn't throw on a MAC team because Jaylen Husky is actually really, really good. So he hits the transfer portal, and now he's at Maryland. And like I told you, he's slated to be a starter. And I'm identifying one hidden gem on every single team. And they got all these offensive starters. They're trying to bandage up that offensive line. They went out and got a bunch of dudes. They're trying to plug that hole in the boat. They're using an old school cork, a cork in the hole, a piece of bubble gum, Looney Tunes this shit. The only defensive transfer they have in the starting lineup is Jaylen Husky. And he's the truth. To bring in a stud like this for the rest of his career, I'm assuming he's going to be here for the next 2 years. Unless he plays amazing and goes pro. But Jaylen Husky, man, a hidden gem nobody's talking about, and gets to come back home. Homegrown kid. Gets to come back home, play in front of fans, play at home, probably at his dream school. One of these schools you grow up, you go to camp, you believe in them, and they don't offer you, you end up going to the MAC. And this is what I'm talking about. Go to the group of 5. Don't complain that you didn't get a Power 4 offer. Go to the group of 5 and become an all-conference player. Go out there and do the damn thing. Lock down the number 1 team in the country. That will turn heads. Coaches will send offers immediately. Jaylen Husky can play. Turn on the tape. That kid's a stud. If you want to know all the other hidden gems on these teams in America, get to the playlist. Go watch it. I'm doing 1 hidden gem per team. Shout out to you guys. Your friends don't know, but Rico knows. Shout out to Jaylen Husky, by the way. He is a friend of the channel. He's written to me in the DMs before. He's talked to me on TikTok. I appreciate that young man. Go ball out, man.